Hey watchers, it's your girl Big Ish and I'm back, baby. Now for those of you who don't know, this channel was created to review film, series, and cinema that's relevant to our culture. So if this kind of content interests you and you think you'd like to hear more, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel where you can get the latest on what's new on your TV each week. So without further delay, let's get into it. We all have been directly or indirectly impacted by the coronavirus. Now, while the food is hiding from the beer in the fridge, we have to stay inside and refrain from gathering for the next couple of weeks. So, I decided to put out my top 10 quarantine and chill series to binge watch while you're home, trying not to go stir crazy with your kitties and significant others. These shows will definitely keep your cabin fever at bay while the powers that be figure out what to do about all of this. I want to give a special thanks to my watchers, Tony, Cherry, and Terry, for helping me with this list. So here they are. 10. Grand Hotel. Not the one ABC did in 2019. The original Grand Hotel was a story of a family-owned business set in a fictional town in Spain in 1905. A young man named Julio arrives at the Grand Hotel to investigate the disappearance of his sister. He gets a job as a waiter and comes across the beautiful, wealthy daughter of the owner. They fall hopelessly in love and begin a dangerous affair while she becomes the only person who will help him discover the truth about his sister's disappearance. He eventually finds out all the secrets, mysteries, and drama of the Grand Hotel. He also meets his very best friend, Andres. This is a story of family, unrequited love, blackmail, jealousy, crime, murder, plots, and counterplots, all involving the owner, guests, detectives, and employees. Number 9. Netflix original, Godless. Notorious criminal Frank Griffin and his gang of outlaws are on a mission to get revenge on Roy Good, a former protege who betrayed their brotherhood. On the run, Roy seeks refuge in the isolated mining town of La Belle, New Mexico. Now he lives there with Alice Fletcher, a hardened widow and outcast. When word reaches La Belle, which is governed mainly by women, that Griffith is headed their way, the women of the town band together to defend against his murderous gang. The women light it up in this series, honey, and I loved every minute of it. And if you like westerns, wink wink, do yourself a favor and watch episodes 1 through 5 and skip to the last episode for the finale, which is an almost all-girls shoot-'em-up cowboy brawl, honey. I loved every minute of it, and you will too. Number 7. The Netflix original 7 Seconds. In an instant, life is changed forever for Brenton Butler and his family after a white cop accidentally hits and critically injures the black teenager. The city explodes with racial tension in an attempt to cover up the aftermath in the trial of the century. This series includes an attempt to cover up a hit and run by the police department and their attempt to violate a trial. This series was so intriguing, scary, and as close to reality as you can possibly get. Even though it's extremely sad because you know things like this happen every day, it was interesting to see the process. They show how police network with each other to manipulate the system for their own personal gain. It's definitely a must-see. It starts off super slow, but you will get roped in and you won't be able to stop watching. Number 6. The Netflix original, Travelers. Hundreds of years from now, the last surviving humans discover the means of sending consciousness back through time directly into people in the 21st century. These travelers assume the lives of seemingly random people while secretly working as a team to perform missions in order to save humanity from a terrible fate. These travelers are FBI Special Agent Grant McLaren, the team's leader, Marcy, a young intellectually disabled woman in care of her social worker David, Trevor, a high school quarterback, Carly, a single mom in an abusive relationship, and Philip, a heroin-addicted college student. Armed only with their knowledge of history and an archive of social media profiles, the travelers discover that the 21st century lives and relationships change as much as their high-stakes missions. Travelers is high energy and action-packed. I mean, from the moment you press play, you're watching intense fighting scenes, and it's awesome. You're going to be roped in. You're going to not want to stop watching. It is amazing. I had everybody watching this series. We couldn't wait to come to work to talk about the episode before. You didn't want to get spoilers. You guys are going to love it just as much as we did. Number 5 in the BBC original, streaming on Netflix, Dr. Foster's Honey, my fave. Dr. Gemma Foster's life couldn't be more perfect. She's a talented family doctor at the heart of her community, a loving wife and mother, a woman people can trust. But her world is fractured the moment she suspects her husband Simon of having an affair. Determined to discover the truth, Dr. Foster unearths dark secrets that could possibly destroy everything she loves. As her life and the lives of her patients and family are thrown into chaos, only one thing is certain. Dr. Foster will find herself behaving in ways she never could have imagined. Now, we were all addicted to Dr. Foster because initially her husband had her thinking she was crazy. And so we all thought we was crazy too. We were like, well, maybe, bruh is really, on the up and up. Honey, Dr. Foster was acting like a black woman in this series, honey. She was going to find out what her man was doing come hell or high water, and she made him pay. She crushed him and brought him to his knees. And even I was like, Dr. Foster, you need to let up on this man. He gonna kill himself. It was so good. You guys have got to watch it. It was so amazing. Number 4, the Spanish voiceover Money Heist. The plot is a group of unique robbers assault a factory to carry out the most perfect robbery in the history of Spain, taking home $2.4 billion. Now, honestly, this wasn't my favorite series. I have to be honest, it's the favorite of Tony, Terry, and Cherry. They love this series. They couldn't get enough of it. They were talking about it all the time, and so I had to add it. The one thing that I can't get past is voiceovers. I mean, I just hate voiceovers. I'd rather have subtitles than voiceovers. So I just couldn't get past that. Sorry. But take their word for it. It's awesome. They are spot on when it comes to series. I think I watched the first 3 episodes and I was done after that. But these guys were hooked and they say you're going to love it. Number 3, and the only Amazon original that I happen to sneak in there, Hunters. Set in New York City in 1977, a troubled young Jewish kid bent on revenge is taken in by a secret group of Nazi hunters fighting a war against the high-ranking Nazi criminal officials hiding in the United States. I have to keep it 100 with you guys. I can't say much about this series because I'm only on the 4th episode, but it's awesome so far. You guys are going to like it. It's really high energy, it's action-packed, it's spooky, it's scary, it's a lot of fighting, and it's even a little kooky at times. It's definitely going to be one to watch. I mean, what more can you say? It's Jordan Peele is the producer. Al Pacino is one of the actors. So Peele and Pacino are not putting their name on garbage. This is something good. And matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen Al Pacino in a series before. So this is something amazing. Number 2, Alias Grace. Set in 19th century Canada, a psychiatrist weighs whether a murderess should be pardoned due to insanity. Oh my gosh, you guys, Alias Grace was so intense and scary, not in a horror story type way, but more like a thrilling, thought-provoking way. This is a limited series. It's only about 6 episodes and it will leave you scratching your head. I was obsessed with this series. So I Googled it and realized that it's a true story. Oh my God, that made it even crazier. Like, it blew my mind away. They were talking about how Grace wasn't really human. She was a demon in a human's body. And let me tell you something, Grace really didn't care too much. She really did not have a whole lot of sensitivity in her. Again, like I do with every other series that I'm totally obsessed and in love with, I told all my friends and family about it and my co-workers, and we talked about this series for weeks. We went over every single detail. We talked about this series all the time. You couldn't tell me I wasn't one of the investigators of this crime. You guys, out of everything, you have got to watch Alias Grace. Please put some time to the side and watch this and let me know what you think. Number 1, drum roll please. Boom. The OA. How y'all like my drum roll? That was cool, right? That was dope. Homemade drum roll. Okay, so the OA, the Netflix original series, is about a miraculous return of a young woman who has been missing for like 7 years. When she originally disappeared, she was blind, and now her sight has somehow been restored. Plus, she has severe scarring on her back, which either she will not explain how she got it, or she doesn't remember how she got the scarring. When she is first questioned, she not only does not remember her name, but the names of anyone else that she comes in contact with at first. Some people think she's a miracle, others think she's dangerous. Listen, you guys, I'm not being dramatic when I say that this series actually changed my life. I started studying metaphysics, and really my spirit connects to metaphysics, and I would not have even bumped into the idea of metaphysics had it not been for this series, which talks about dimensions, time travel, all kinds of different things, different universes. It just blew my mind away. So what did y'all think of my top 10? Definitely the OA is number 1 at the top. It's just nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it on TV, anywhere, not even in the movies. It was the number 1 pick for me, Terry, Cherry, and Tony, the TTC, and we loved it. And my brother, and I had everybody watching it. I don't think it connected with anybody as much as it did me, because it personally affected my life, but it was everyone's number 1 pick. There's only 2 seasons, and they're not going to renew it for a 3rd season. Can you believe it? There's actually a petition out there to sign to renew the OA for another season. Go watch it, because you're going to want to sign this petition. I'm signing it. I already have signed it. All of my friends have signed it, and we need you to sign it because we need this series. So I hope you like my top 10, and until next time, bye.